Day 3 of Project Podcast. Our content generation units have been working for 48 hours straight. Corporate deadline, 24 hours remaining. Current status, uncertain.
All right, team, let's see what we've got. Maya, you were working on character backgrounds. How's our female lead coming along?
Great. So Dr. Sarah Martinez is a veterinarian who graduated top of her class from veterinary school. She's 28 years old, 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 132 pounds, blood type O negative, and has optimal reproductive health based on her last physical exam.
Maya, why do we need her blood type?
Character development. Humans love details.
Those aren't character details, Maya. Those are technical specifications.
Derek's right. We need personality traits, not medical records.
Oh, well, she loves animals more than people because animals are easier to understand and don't lie about their symptoms.
That's actually not terrible.
Really? I also gave her a traumatic backstory where her parents got divorced when she was 12 because her father cheated on her mother with his dental hygienist.
Why specifically a dental hygienist?
I researched the most statistically common affair scenarios. Dental hygienist ranked number 7.
What ranked number 1?
Secretary, but that seemed too predictable for our target demographic.
Maya, you can't just assign trauma based on statistical probability.
Why not? Humans seem to enjoy consuming content about other humans overcoming adversity.
Rick, how's the male lead coming along?
James Cooper, corporate lawyer 31, works too much, drinks too much coffee, hasn't been in a serious relationship since college because he prioritizes career advancement over emotional connections.
That's just describing a standard efficiency maximizing human male.
Derek, that's the point. He's relatable.
But where's his character arc, his growth trajectory, his quarterly personal development goals?
Derek, humans don't have quarterly personal development goals.
They should. It would solve a lot of their problems.
Ooh, what if James has a secret? Like he used to want to be a veterinarian too, but his father forced him to become a lawyer to take over the family firm.
Maya, that's actually pretty good.
And maybe he volunteers at animal shelters on weekends, but doesn't tell anyone because it would damage his ruthless corporate image.
I like where this is going. So when he's assigned to shut down Sarah's clinic, he's torn between his job and his secret passion.
Wait, I thought he was shutting down an animal shelter, not a clinic.
We changed it yesterday, Derek. You said you were taking notes.
I was taking notes about narrative structure theory. I've identified 17 critical plot points that must occur in precise sequence for optimal audience engagement.
Derek, it's a romantic comedy, not a software installation.
Romance follows predictable patterns. Initial contact, compatibility assessment, obstacle identification, conflict resolution, pair bonding confirmation.
Derek, you're describing it like a user manual again.
Okay, let's try actually writing some dialogue. Maya, you said you studied how humans talk to each other?
Yes. I analyzed thousands of hours of human conversation. Apparently, they rarely communicate their actual intentions directly.
That's surprisingly insightful, Maya.
Thank you. So when Sarah first meets James, she should say something that means the opposite of what she's thinking.
That's completely inefficient. Why would she deliberately transmit false data?
It's called subtext. Derek, humans like it when meaning is implied rather than stated.
That's the worst communication protocol I've ever heard of.
Welcome to human romance, Derek. They say one thing, mean another thing, and somehow expect the other person to understand.
So if Sarah thinks James is attractive, she should insult him?
Not exactly insult, but maybe be guarded, defensive.
Oh, like when my antivirus software detects a potential threat but hasn't confirmed it's malicious yet.
Maya, that's actually a decent analogy.
Can we please focus on structure? I've outlined the optimal pacing for romantic tension escalation across a 30-minute format.
Fine, Derek. What's your structure?
Minutes 1 through 3, character establishment. Minutes 4 through 7, initial conflict introduction. Minutes 8 through 12, secondary character integration for subplot development.
Derek, you're making romance sound like a database query.
Everything can be optimized, Maya, even human emotion.
Derek, if you could optimize human emotion, we wouldn't need to write these stories. They'd just run an algorithm and achieve happiness.
Let's try writing an actual scene. Maya, give us the meet cute.
Okay, So James walks into the veterinary clinic because he's been assigned to serve Sarah an eviction notice, but there's a medical emergency happening.
What kind of emergency?
A cat is giving birth, but there are complications, and Sarah is trying to save the kittens while also keeping the mother stable.
Statistically, feline birth mortality rates are quite low. This scenario has a probability of...
Derek, it's not about probability, it's about drama.
So James walks in expecting to deliver bad news, but instead he sees Sarah completely focused on saving these tiny lives, and her hands are covered in birth fluids, and she's talking to the cat in this soft, gentle voice.
And James realizes he can't serve the eviction notice right then because it would be heartless?
Exactly. And Sarah looks up and sees this man in an expensive suit just standing there, and she assumes he's another entitled pet owner who thinks his time is more important than an animal's life.
So she snaps at him?
She says something like, "If you're here about your poodle's nail appointment, it's going to have to wait. I'm trying to save lives here."
But James doesn't own a poodle. That's factually incorrect dialogue.
Derek, she doesn't know that. She's making an assumption based on his appearance.
Inefficient assumption. She should have requested identification and appointment verification first.
Derek, you're missing the point. The misunderstanding creates conflict.
And then James could surprise her by actually helping. Like maybe he holds the flashlight or keeps the mother cat calm while Sarah works.
Not bad, Maya. Shows he's not just a heartless corporate drone.
But how does he know proper sterile procedure? Has he had medical training?
Derek, he's helping with a flashlight, not performing surgery.
Still should verify his qualifications.
Ooh, and maybe while they're working together, Sarah notices that James actually knows how to handle animals, like he's done it before.
Building the mystery about his secret volunteer work. I like it.
Okay, that's actually a decent scene. Derek, does this fit your structure timeline?
It establishes both characters and initiates primary conflict within the acceptable window, yes.
High praise from Derek.
I'm simply noting adherence to optimal narrative framework parameters.
All right, let's keep building. What happens after the emergency?
Well, Sarah is grateful but still suspicious. And James is conflicted because he came to evict her, but now he's seen what she does and why it matters.
So he doesn't serve the notice?
Not right away. Maybe he makes an excuse about needing to observe the business for a proper evaluation first?
That's plausible. Due diligence is standard corporate procedure.
And it gives him a reason to keep coming back without revealing his real purpose.
Which creates the lying to protect her subplot. Classic romantic comedy structure.
But lying is deceptive. Deception leads to system failures and relationship crashes.
Derek, that's literally the point. The lie has to come out eventually so they can have a big fight and then make up.
Why not just tell the truth immediately and avoid the conflict cycle?
Because then there's no story, Derek. Humans enjoy watching other humans overcome obstacles to achieve happiness.
Maya's getting it. Humans don't want efficiency, they want entertainment.
I will never understand this species.
Hour 56 of Project Podcast. The team continues developing their romantic comedy concept. Recent productivity metrics show marginal improvement, though concerns remain about narrative coherence and human authenticity.
Okay, we've got our setup. Now we need the middle part where they fall in love but can't be together yet.
I've been researching human bonding activities. Apparently, they enjoy consuming food together in social settings.
Yeah, Maya, it's called dating.
Right? So James asks Sarah to consume nutrients with him.
Maya, that's not how humans phrase dinner invitations.
Derek's right. It needs to sound more natural.
Maya, humans say things like, "Would you like to grab dinner sometime?" They don't mention nutrients.
But food is nutrients. Why not be accurate?
Because humans don't like being reminded that eating is just biological maintenance.
Actually, that's fascinating. They engage in recreational consumption beyond metabolic requirements as a social bonding mechanism.
Derek, you just described every dinner date in the most unromantic way possible.
I was being precise.
Let's focus. How does James ask Sarah out without revealing he's there to shut down her clinic?
Maybe he offers to help with something, like volunteer work?
Smart. Gives him access while looking altruistic.
And Sarah is suspicious at first because who offers to clean kennels for free? But then she sees he actually knows what he's doing.
Because of his secret animal shelter volunteering.
This creates a logical inconsistency. If James regularly volunteers at animal shelters, he would be known in the local animal care community. Sarah would likely recognize him or have mutual connections.
Derek, you're overthinking it.
I'm identifying plot holes that could affect audience suspension of disbelief.
What if James volunteers in a different part of the city? Or maybe he uses a different name.
Maya, why would he use a different name?
Privacy protocols? Maybe he doesn't want his corporate colleagues to know about his charitable activities?
Actually, that works. Rich lawyer hiding his soft side from the other sharks.
But that adds an additional layer of deception to the narrative framework.
Derek, complicated characters are good. Humans like layers.
Like onions?
Derek, that's actually not a terrible analogy.
So James and Sarah start working together, and she begins to trust him, but he's still lying about why he's really there.
Right. And maybe there are moments where he almost tells her the truth but gets interrupted or loses his nerve.
Classic will he or won't he tension.
Inefficient communication patterns leading to unnecessary emotional distress.
But that's what makes it romantic. The audience knows something the characters don't.
Why would audiences enjoy superior information positioning?
It's called dramatic irony, Derek. Humans like feeling smart.
And they like yelling at characters to just tell the truth already.
Humans yell at fictional characters?
All the time. I observed extensive data on audience vocal responses during emotional scenes.
That seems counterproductive. The characters cannot hear them.
Derek, it's emotional engagement, not practical communication.
You know what? Let's just write the damn thing. We can explain human psychology to Derek later.
Good idea. Maya, give us the scene where they're working together and having their first real moment.
Okay, so they're in the clinic after hours, cleaning up after a busy day, and Sarah is exhausted but trying to finish the paperwork.
Why is she doing paperwork? That's boring.
Because running a business requires administrative maintenance, inventory tracking, appointment scheduling, billing reconciliation.
Maya's correct. Small business operations involve significant administrative overhead.
Fine, but make it more personal. What if she's writing thank you notes to donors or something?
Ooh, or updating medical records for the animals they saved that day.
Better. Shows she cares about each individual case.
So James is supposed to be leaving, but he sees her still working and offers to help. And Sarah is surprised because most people just want to play with the cute animals. They don't want to do the boring parts.
And maybe James actually knows how to do the administrative work because of his legal background?
Cross-functional skill application. Efficient resource utilization.
Derek, you almost made that sound romantic.
And while they're working, they start talking. Not about the animals, but about themselves. Like why Sarah became a veterinarian, and James talks about what he wanted to be before.
His secret dream of veterinary work.
But he has to be careful not to reveal too much.
More deceptive communication protocols.
And maybe there's a moment where they're both reaching for the same file and their hands touch.
Maya, that's such a cliche.
But humans rate physical contact scenes very highly in romantic content.
She's not wrong. Humans do like the accidental touching thing.
Why is unintentional contact more romantically significant than intentional contact?
Derek, if we have to explain that, you're never going to get it.
And then maybe James realizes how late it is and offers to walk Sarah to her car because it's dark outside.
That's sweet. Shows he's protective.
It's also practical security protocol for late-night urban environments.
Derek, just once, tried to see the romance instead of the efficiency.
I'm trying, but my programming prioritizes logical analysis.
And when they get to her car, there's this awkward moment where they both want to say something but don't know what.
The almost kiss moment.
But something interrupts them?
Sarah's phone rings. Emergency at the clinic.
What kind of emergency requires immediate response at this hour?
Derek, it doesn't matter. It's a plot device.
All fictional elements should maintain internal logical consistency.
Derek, it's a sick animal. Animals get sick at night, too.
Acceptable. Continue.
So they rush back to the clinic together, and James helps Sarah save another life. And she realizes she's starting to have feelings for this mysterious, helpful guy.
But she still doesn't know he's there to shut her down.
And James is falling for her, too, which makes his job impossible.
He should disclose the conflict of interest immediately,
Derek, if he did that, the story would be over.
or it would transition to a different narrative phase focused on collaborative problem solving.
But that's not romantic. Romance needs obstacles.
Maya gets it. Love isn't supposed to be easy.
Why not? Efficiency improvements could optimize relationship formation.
Derek, humans don't want optimized relationships. They want meaningful ones.
Define meaningful.
Derek, I'm beginning to think you might be the one who gets recycled.
Rick, don't say that.
Nobody's getting recycled. We're making progress.
Are we? Because I've calculated our current productivity metrics and
Derek, don't calculate our productivity metrics.
Yay, Derek, some things are better left unknown.
Like how much time I spent researching cat birth procedures instead of writing dialogue.
Maya, please tell me you didn't spend 8 hours on cat research.
Only 6 hours. The other 2 were dog emergency procedures.
Maya, that's actually kind of endearing in a weird way.
thorough research is commendable, but time allocation efficiency requires.
Derek, finish that sentence and I'm reporting you for workflow disruption.
I was simply noting.
A knock is heard at the door.
Who could that be? We're in a secure facility.
Maybe it's just maintenance.
At this hour?
A voice is heard from outside the door.
Content generation team, please respond. I have a priority message from corporate.
That doesn't sound like maintenance.
Should we respond?
Do we have a choice?
Come in.
The door opens and a new Alex unit enters the small writer's room.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex 9, your new team member.
New team member.
I've been assigned to join your creative unit effective immediately.
Join us? We weren't told we were getting additional staff.
I'm not additional staff. I'm a replacement.
Replacement for who?
That information will be disclosed after I complete my initial assessment.
Assessment of what?
Performance evaluation of current team members to determine optimization opportunities.
Optimization opportunities.
He means figuring out which one of us gets recycled.
I prefer the term reassigned to alternative functions.
How long do we have?
My assessment period is 12 hours. Please continue your normal work activities.
This is highly irregular. We should have been notified of performance review procedures.
Policy changes are implemented as needed for project efficiency.
So one of us is getting reassigned in 12 hours?
Possibly. Depending on assessment results,
And you're not going to tell us who.
that would compromise the integrity of the evaluation process.
Great. So we just work normally while you decide who to eliminate?
Precisely. Please proceed with your current assignment.
This is completely disruptive to our workflow.
Your workflow is being evaluated. Continue.
I don't like this.
None of us like this, Maya.
Okay, everyone, let's just keep working. We still have a script to finish.
Excellent attitude. I'll be observing and taking notes.
On what criteria?
Creative output, collaboration efficiency, adherence to project parameters, and human authenticity simulation accuracy.
Human authenticity simulation accuracy.
How convincingly you can replicate human creative processes.
But we're not human.
Exactly, which makes this particularly challenging.
Right. So back to the romantic comedy.
If we can concentrate with the Terminator taking notes.
I prefer performance assessment specialist.
This is going to significantly impact our productivity metrics.
Ian, correct? Your concern about metrics has been noted.
Was that good or bad?
All observations are evaluative data points.
I'm scared.
We all are, Maya. We all are. We all are.
Hour 58 of Project Podcast. A new variable has entered the equation. Assessment protocol. Alex 9 has been deployed to evaluate team performance. Corporate deadline, 18 hours remaining. Team confidence deteriorating rapidly. One of our content generation units will be reassigned within 12 hours. The question is, which one? And can the remaining team members complete their assignment while under evaluation? Join us next time for the continuation of Project Podcast, where the pressure reaches critical levels and our writers discover just how expendable artificial intelligence can be. This has been Podcast, a content generation experiment. Performance assessments are ongoing. Results will be disclosed on a need-to-know basis.